All right, welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for coming back to another video. It's your boy AJ Breezy. I have a lot on my mind that I want to talk about today, so I'm gonna release some videos for y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the content. As always, if you enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate my subscribers. I made it to 8 subscribers, so thank you guys for tapping into my channel. I appreciate all the support. It definitely goes a long way while I'm starting. So, as you can see from the topic of this video, I'm talking about fitness, right? Being fit, being lean, being in an athletic state, it's kind of like a cheat code, right? Because as sad as it is, right, looks matters, right? When you go out in society, people look at you, they're automatically judging you, making assumptions based on the way you look, based on the way you carry yourself, right? When you are fit, when you are lean, when you're athletic, and you have like good stature, it signals to people a lot of things, right? It signals to people, one, that you work out, two, that you can be disciplined, and three, that you're not just an easy target, right? I know a lot of men, a lot of people, they can be looked at, and some people can be predatory, right? They can be looking for someone to, take advantage of, try to get over on physically or whatever. But if you're fit, right, it signals that, hey, like, even if you are going to try something with me, it ain't going to be no easy fight. Because I know I can fight back, right? Even if you don't know how to fight, you at least have some strength, right? Whatever. Anyways, going back into the topic, right? Being fit is kind of like a cheat code because it's, even if you're ugly, right? You could be ugly in the face or whatever. You can be bald like me. I'm a bald dude. Hat off. I ain't had a haircut in a minute, but that's what I'm looking like, right? I'm about to go out watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. Anyways, sidebar. You could be not as attractive, but if your body is fit, it helps out a little bit, right? It like fills in the gaps that the other parts you might not have, right? So there's many benefits to working out. It isn't just to work out just to look aesthetic and look good and get potential mates and have sex or procreate, whatever. I mean, some would argue that, but being fit is just good for your overall well-being, right? It's good for your mental health, good for your longevity of your bones. You don't want to be those like you don't want to grow old, right? And then you need someone to take care of you, right? You have like low flexibility, you can't move much, low mobility. You want to be able to live a long life, especially if you want kids, especially if you have a partner. You want to be there for them. You won't even be able to pick up your partner if they fall, if you have weak bones. Whether you're a guy or a woman, it's quite important, quintessential to basically work out and stay fit and strengthen your bones, right? So going back into how like being fit is a cheat code, I feel like for me, everywhere I go, people are just like, dang, man, like, you look kind of strong. And people are like, okay, like, what do you do for workouts? So I'm like, oh, I work out. They're like, yeah, I can tell. And I don't even work out too much. Like, I work out like 3 days minimum. This week I haven't worked out. I'm just going to do like one full body day. But that's kind of like what I do to kind of like stay fit. And another thing is just eating healthy. A lot of like being fit and being leaner, I guess, is just diet, right? So the food and the macros gonna like determine your body composition. The calories gonna determine how big you are, right? So if you eat high protein, right, you eat a lot of vegetables, low carb diet, right, you're gonna be a little bit more lean, more cut. You're gonna have a little bit more muscle definition, and then you could also eat a lot of calories with that. You could also eat less calories with that, and then that determines your size, right? So with that in mind, right, people are gonna look at you differently, right? There's some people they felt invisible all their life because they were a little bit bigger. But once they lost some weight, everyone starts complimenting them. Everyone starts talking to them. It could be like guys, it could be women. There's a big difference when you're dating when you're big and when you're dating when you're leaner and more fit, right? There's also the stigma of the dad bod. Some people really do love the dad bod. Some people appreciate the dad bod, but I'm not gonna tell you lean is all. But if you can be fit and have like less of a gut, it goes a long way, right? I will show you how I look, but I'm not gonna back up and pull up my shirt right now. But I have I have some kind of visible abs. I have some form of leanness. I'm not all the way lean. I wouldn't say I'm like 10% body fat. I like to say between 10 and 20% body fat. I think right now I'm around like 18, 19, maybe 20% body fat. Where I have the visible abs, but I still have like a little bit of pudge, and that's kind of like a healthy medium for me, right? But if you're someone that doesn't really prioritize their fitness, I highly recommend it because it will change your life. Like it changes your energy, changes your mood. Me working out, me being consistent in the gym has just benefited my life overall. I've got a lot more attention, got a lot more compliments as a man going out in public. Obviously, it's gonna be a lot of men. It's gonna be a lot of men that compliment you if you're working out as a guy because the men are gonna see the work and they're gonna understand like, okay, like, damn, like, what do you do for your rear delt? You know what I'm saying? I used to go to raves. Like last year, I would go to like raves and festivals and basically like these like little concerts or whatever. So I would be outdoors, right? I would take off my shirt. It'd be hot. Like I went to Hard Summer last year. Take off my shirt. People were like, dang, man, like, I can see you work out. Even though I'm like a little bit of a bigger build, not hella lean, but they can see the definition in my pecs, right? They can see the definitions in my rear delt. And they're asking like, yo, what do you do for triceps? Like, dude, can I feel your abs? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, bro, it's cool. But yeah, people will definitely like give you more attention the more like fit you are and the more lean you are. It's really interesting. Like, but it will be more dudes, right? Like, not all the time do girls like show me that attention. It'll be more like, oh, they're like trying to scooch past me and like they grab my arm, my tricep for stability. Like, oh, dang, like you working out, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it's like that. I remember one time I had this coworker. This is when I was working at Red Lobster. Red Lobster, yum. And literally, I was working with her, and she like had to ask me a question. And I had like on a long sleeve, like black long sleeve, and she grabbed the back of my arm. This is when I was like in college, playing college football, working out like at least 4 to 5 times a week. And she grabbed the back of my arm, and then she looked at me, and she was like, "Whoa." And I was like, yo, chill, 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 chill. She's like, no, dude, I didn't know you had all that in there. I was like, yo, like, relax, relax. You feel me? But yeah, it's good when you can like work out and look lean because it also affects the way you look like in clothes, right? So like the shirt that I'm wearing right now, right? I look a little bit better in it because of just being athletic, right? Like you can see like the definition of my back or whatever. Being fit also helps you look better in clothing, right? So like sometimes you'll put on clothes and you'll feel like, man, like it ain't really looking right. You know what I'm saying? Like what this one guy said on TikTok, he's like, well, the outfit becomes T when the body's T, right? So the outfit is aesthetic when your body looks better. And when you're working out and you're putting in that effort in the gym, it definitely does show like in your everyday life and your clothing and stuff like that. And that's one thing I've been able to see. Like when I put on collar shirts and stuff like that, I can put on a basic fit. And sometimes people give me compliments. I'm like, why? But it's like, oh, you're complimenting the way I look in the clothes, not just the clothes itself, right? So it's a cheat code. I feel like being fit, being more athletic, I feel like people don't really try me as much. Well, I mean, I've talked to people about it because a guy said, hey, when's the last time you've been in a fight? And I was like, honestly, like, I haven't been in a fight since high school. And he was like, well, I get it. Like, a dude that works out with a beard that's black, like, they're probably afraid of you. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, people will try me or whatever sometimes. Like, I think I got tried, like, I think last year where some dude, like, touched me. He tried to push me because his girl was staring at me too hard. And I looked back at her. And, like, it literally felt like a flick. Like, I didn't even feel the pain. Like, it didn't hurt because this dude was, like, so weak. Obviously not in the gym. So I was like, I'm going to let it slide, whatever. Like, you're a punk, whatever. I didn't want to escalate that because I knew it just wouldn't have been good for me or him, right? So in that regard, right, working out is highly beneficial, and I don't think I've stressed the mental benefits as like enough. I haven't stressed it enough, right? I feel like you get more like better sleep because you're a little bit more drained after the day if you're working out and staying fit, staying active. I do highly recommend cardio. I don't really like running. I prefer more low impact ways of cardio, whether it be just like long walks or maybe hitting like a elliptical or hitting like the bike or whatever. I prefer more low impact ways of like cardio because it's better on my knees, better on my joints, things like that. But cardio is hella beneficial. It trains like mental endurance. Doing something that's long distance for like 30 minutes to an hour because it's hard. You want to give up, but then the longer you're into it, the better it actually is, and then you're stronger, you know, mentally and also physically, and it builds up that heart endurance. It's good for your heart too. But yeah, mentally, I feel like for me, my mental health definitely declines if I'm not working out. And it's not that I have like depression. I think maybe I have like a light form of depression. It's like called high functional depression. That's what I think I have, right? So like it's a very low form of depression where most of the time I'll be fine, but every now and then I'll go into a low, right? And usually when I'm in these lows, I'm not working out. I'm not taking my vitamins, and I highly recommend if you're working out, definitely take supplements. Creatine is very beneficial. Omega 3 is really good for your brain and also like your bones and bone health. And then vitamin D, I take vitamin D as well. And you can mix it in with the vitamin K too. Apparently that helps take that vitamin D and put it into your bones. That way it's going directly to there. And then I take an adult multivitamin. I don't take the vitamin K, but I do B12 as well, and magnesium for muscle support and just relaxation, things like that. But yeah, definitely get into the gym if you're not in the gym. I think as a man, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice by not being fit. And you can make all the excuses all you want, like, oh, well, I got work. Oh, man, I got these kids. Like, oh, I got a girlfriend and she don't want to go. Like, bro, I work a full-time job. I'm the one paying for this rent here in this apartment, and I still have time to work out. I still make time for my family. I still make time for, you know, some romantic interests. Like I told you in my other videos, I'm not prioritizing women or a relationship right now. But, I mean, I'll talk to a few every now and then. I am on some dating apps or whatever. But I still make time to go to the gym because that's very important. It's not just the aspect of just being, like, fit to look good. It's being fit for yourself, right? It's being able to be healthy, to be strong for your own self and for your own longevity. And in turn, there's a lot of benefits that you reap from that, right? You may appear more attractive to certain people. Not everyone's gonna like a more like fit or athletic build. You're not gonna attract everybody with this. You may more attract more attention from guys, but it definitely goes a long way in just opportunities in the way society views you. Whether it be like, oh, like he's not an easy target, I can't just pick on him, or maybe it might be, oh, like this guy has discipline, or he can go into the gym, he's consistent. Like I want to learn from that. And oftentimes you'll meet people that are curious, that are wanting to get into the gym, and you can give them a little bit more perspective and help them out on their journey as well. So highly recommend it. If you're not working out, definitely look into it, definitely tap into it. Being athletic, being lean is definitely a cheat code. And as sad as it is to say, right, looks do matter. Society will treat you differently if you are not what society deems as attractive or good looking, right? Like as a bald man, I feel like sometimes your options goes down. I'm gonna make a video about being bald soon, but yeah, like being fit definitely goes a long way in terms of just getting things you want. And I felt like I've like experienced the benefits of it in many different ways, whether it been like talking to girls, whether it be like just like being in the streets, right? Like going out at night, not being attacked, and being able to like scare people off, I guess, or whatever. But it's beneficial. Like it's healthier for me. My back pain has kind of been going away the stronger that my core gets. And if you're not doing yoga, if you're not doing stretching, not doing mobility stretches, things like that, highly recommend getting into that because it just helps you out with like your muscles, your tendons, and also your joints. So anyways, that's the video. Highly recommend if you can, please get in the gym. As always, if you like the videos, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy AJ Breezy. I'm going to be posting videos every single week. So if you like this kind of content, like this kind of style, thank you for supporting, thank you for watching, and I'll be back. Anyways, AJ Breezy, I'm out.